Hello students, so we have already discussed about the polynomials. So today I am going to solve some problems from exercise 2a. So first problem is find the zeros of the polynomial. Find the zeros of the polynomial and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So first problem is x square plus 7x plus 12. So students, at first we have to find the zeros. So the problem is x square plus 7x plus 12. So at first we have to take, let f of x is equals to x square plus 7x plus 12 is equals to 0, because to find the zeros we have to take the polynomial is equals to 0. Now after this we have to factorize this polynomial by middle term factor method. So here we have to take 4x plus 3x plus 12 is equals to 0. So you know that what is the factorization method and what is the middle term factor method, you better know. Now we have to take common from the first two terms, so it will be x plus 4, and we have to take 3 as common from the last two terms, so it will be x plus 4. Again we can take x plus 4 as common, so it will be x plus 4 and into x plus 3 is equals to 0. Therefore x plus 4 is equals to 0 or x plus 3 is equals to 0. So this implies x is equals to minus 4 and here x is equals to minus 3. So therefore we have to write the answer. The zeros of the polynomial is equals to minus 4 and minus 3. So minus 4 and minus 3 are the zeros of the polynomial. Now we have to verify that these zeros are the actual zeros of this polynomial or not. We have to verify now. Now sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros is equals to, so that means we have to find the sum of these two zeros, so it will be minus 7. So minus 7 can be written as minus 7 by 1. Minus 7 can be written as minus 7 by 1. So here students you can see that minus 7, so 7 is the coefficient of x in this polynomial, 7 is the coefficient of x, so we can write coefficient of x by, and 1 is the coefficient of x square, because it is only x square, that means 1x square. So 1 is the coefficient of x square. So we can write coefficient of x square. Now we have to find product of the zeros. So product of the zeros means we have to find the product of minus 4 and minus 3. So it will be plus 12 because minus minus plus and 4 into 3 is 12, and we can write it 12 by 1. So 12, you can see that in this polynomial 12 is the constant term. So we can write constant term by coefficient of x square, because 1 is the coefficient of x square. Now it is verified. So I hope you understood, students. So from 1 to up to question 12, the process are exactly same. Now I am going to show you question number 13. Question number 13 is, find the quadratic polynomial whose zeros are 2 and minus 6. Verify the relationship between the coefficient and the zeros of the polynomial. Verify the relationship between the coefficients and the zeros of the polynomial. So question is, find the quadratic polynomial whose zeros are 2 and minus 6. So let alpha is equals to 2 and beta is equals to minus 6. These are the two zeros, and we know the formula that how to find a quadratic polynomial when two zeros are given. So the formula is therefore the required polynomial. So we know the formula. So what is the formula? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This is the formula to find the polynomial when two zeros are given. Now put the values. So it is x square minus alpha means 2 and beta means minus 6. Alpha means 2 and beta means minus 6. So it is x square, and here 2 minus 6 is minus 4, and minus 4 multiply minus is plus 4. So it is plus 4x, and 2 multiply minus 6 is minus 12. So plus minus minus 6 into 2, 12. So this is the required polynomial, x square plus 4x minus 12. Now students, we have to verify the relationship between coefficients and the zeros of the polynomial. So that means now we have to find the sum of the zeros and product of the zeros and then verify. So sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros is minus 2 minus 6, 2 minus 6, 2 minus 6, that means minus 4. and we can write 1 as denominator. So here students, you can see that 4 is the coefficient of x, so that means it is correct, and we can write minus of coefficient of x by, and 1 is the coefficient of x square, because x square means 1x square, so 1 is the coefficient of x square, so we can write coefficient of x square. Now we have to find product of the zeros. So product of the zeros are 2 and minus 6, so it will be minus 12. So minus 12 can be written as minus 12 by 1. So minus 12 is what? Minus 12 is constant term in this polynomial. So here we have to write constant term by coefficient of x square. Understood students? Now question number 14 is same. Now I am going to show you question number 17, because for 15, 16 and 17 are same, so I am going to show you question number 17. Find the quadratic polynomial the sum of whose zeros is is 5 by 2. And their product is 1. Hence find the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, so sum of the zeros, in the previous maths it is given that the zeros are 2 and minus 6, but in this question students, you can see that it is given that the sum of the zeros and the product of the zeros is already given. So we can solve it directly to find the quadratic polynomial. Here, since sum of the zeros is equals to 5 by 2 and product of the zeros is equals to 1, therefore the required polynomial is equals to, so we know that x square minus alpha plus beta into x. So alpha plus beta is what? If alpha and beta are the zeros, then alpha plus beta means sum of the zeros. So here the sum of the zeros is already given, so we can write 5 by 2 into x, and then plus of alpha beta. Alpha beta what? Alpha beta is the product of the zeros. So the product of the zeros is given that 1, so we can write it is 1. Now, so it is the required polynomial, but here you can see that this number is in fractions, so we have to multiply this polynomial by 2. So if we multiply this polynomial by 2, it will be 2x square minus 5x plus 2, and it is the required polynomial, students. Now after this, last question is hence find the zeros of the polynomial. So our quadratic polynomial that we have already find. So now we have to find the zeros of this polynomial. So for this one we have to take this is equals to 0. So now 2x square minus 5x plus 2 is equals to 0. So this implies, now using middle term factor method we have to find the zeros. So here 2 multiply 2 is 4. So if we factorize 4 to find minus 5, it will be 4 into 1. So we can write 2x square minus 4x minus x plus 2 is equals to 0. Okay students, minus 4x and minus x is minus 5x. Now take 2x as common from the first two terms. So it will be x minus 2 and minus 1 will be taken as common from the last two terms. So it will be x minus 2 is equals to 0. So this implies x minus 2 will be taken as common again, and it will be 2x minus 1 is equals to 0. So therefore x minus 2 is equals to 0 or 2x minus 1 is equals to 0. So this implies x is equals to 2 and here 2x is equals to 1, and this implies x is equals to 1 by 2. So these are the zeros 2 and half. So therefore the zeros of the polynomial are 2 and 1 by 2. I hope you understood, students. Next, question number 19. If x is equals to 2 by 3 and x is equals to minus 3 are the roots of the quadratic equation x square plus 7x plus b is equals to 0, then find the values of a and b. So in this quadratic equation ax square plus 7x plus b is equals to 0, you can see that a and b are unknown. So we have to find the values of a and b, and two zeros are roots are given. So since x is equals to 2 by 3 and x is equals to minus 3 are the roots, this implies a into 2 by 3 x square plus 7 into 2 by 3 plus b is equals to 0, and so here students, since x is equals to 2 by 3 and x equals to minus 3 are the roots, so that means we have to put the value of x, both the values in this given equation. So now ax square means minus 3 square plus 7x means 7 into minus 3 plus b is equals to 0. Now solve it. So it will be 4 by 9. So 4 by 9a, it will be 14 by 3 plus b is equals to 0. So this implies, now find the LCM, it will be 4a plus 42 plus b is equals to 0. So this implies 4a plus 42 plus b is equals to 0. This implies 4a plus b is equals to minus 42. It is one number equation. Now it is 9a minus 21 plus b is equals to 0. So this implies 9a plus b is equals to 21. It is two number equation. Now by using the elimination method, we have to solve 1 and 2 number equation to find the values of a and b. So adding, subtract 1 from 2, subtract 1 from 2, we get, so subtract 1 from 2, that means we have to write 2 number equation first and then 1 number equation. So it will be 5a and it will be, so a is equals to 63 by 5. Okay students, I hope you understood. Now putting the value of a in equation in equation 1, now putting a is equals to 63 by 5 in 1, we get, so one number equation is 4 into a, so that means 4 into 63 by 5 and plus b is equals to minus 42. So this implies it is now 252 by 5 plus b is equals to minus 42. So b is equals to minus 42 minus of 252 by 5. Now calculate it. So it will be minus of 2462 by 5. So the value of a is 63 by 5. I think students, there may be some mistake, I think. Okay, let me check because the answer is very odd. So let me check that where is the mistake. So the question is x is equals to 2 by 3 and minus 3x square plus 7x plus b. Okay. Oh, students, here I made mistake. It will be 9b. It will be 9b. Here I made some mistake. It will be 9b, students. So this portion is Wrong. It should be 4a plus 9b is equals to minus 42. So now we have to use to solve it by elimination method. So at first we have to multiply 1 by 1 and 2 by 9 and subtract. We get 4a plus 9b is equals to minus 42 and 2 number is 81a plus 9b is equals to 189. Now subtract it. So it will be 77a and it will be minus 200. It is minus 77a and it will be minus 231. Now minus minus will be removed. So a is equals to 231 by 77. Now divide both the numbers by 11. Again we can divide, so it will be 3. So the value of a is 3. Now putting a is equals to 3 in 2, we get 9 into 3 plus b is equals to 21. So this implies b is equals to 21 minus, it is 9 into 3 is 27. So when we transfer 27 to the right hand side, it will be minus 27. So b is equals to minus 6. Now the answer is correct. A is equals to 3. So therefore a is equals to 3 and b is equals to minus 6. I hope you understood, students. Okay students, now you have to practice the whole exercise at your home. Thank you students.